Yeah, guys, it's been a while since you've seen me drink tea out of a straw. Mm. It's been a little while since I posted a video too, um, and it's because of some things going on in my life. I've just decided to take a little bit of a break. There is that new video coming out of that 100K a flip 3 month challenge there, and I will say I am up maybe about 13-14% currently, but I have delayed all of the videos for a couple weeks, so I will post those very, very quickly. That being said, the video today is about balancing your actual personal life and trading because they can get really intertwined and cause major, major problems with your trading. If you have anything slightly going wrong in your life, it will really change the way you trade and then possibly cause a negative downdraw for you. So let's quickly talk about how we, as the most woke trading community in the world, can solve that problem. Let's do it. All right, first of all, guys, I just want to brag right now. I am friggin' massively up on an EJ trade. And I think I might post a video next week on this trade because it's just rocking right now. Oops, I hit the mic. Okay, anyways, as you would expect, everyone has difficulties in life, whether it's, simply something like moving, or you have friendship problems, family problems, death in the family, relationship problems, all of these things. Maybe you go on a drug binge, something like that, and then you just can't get out of bed in the morning. Things like this, right? And basically, you're going to experience these at some point, and it's best to know how to handle yourself in trading terms because you know that these will happen. And first of all, what you're going to have to do is recognize when you are in this negative state, and then that in turn will possibly save you from doing anything wrong in your trading. The second will be, how are we going to actually manage our trading in a different sense? And when the third one is, when should we just take a break and when should we come back into trading? So the first thing to mention is when are we actually recognizing something like this? And currently, for me, I have noticed that my focus has been somewhere else. When I do go about trading or my live streaming here, that's why I stopped live streaming for this week. I did one very, very quick live stream, and I knew right away once I was on live stream that I was just thinking about something else. I was focused on something, some other matter in my life. And that right away told me that I wasn't actually going to be able to think properly. And that means that I'm not actually going to be able to take the proper trades. I wasn't actually able to talk to you guys properly and to answer your questions as well as I wanted to. I really do want to actually help you guys, but I can't continue to do this all the time because there is massive stresses in my life in different various ways. Including trading itself and including being on YouTube here. There's a huge pressure from you guys just simply watching me. That's a huge pressure. So I have found massive stress for myself lately, and it's quite difficult to manage. So once I noticed that I wasn't focused anymore, I decided, okay, all I'm going to do is I still need to trade. I still need to look in the mornings, and I still need to take those trades, right? But I took back a step from the YouTube thing here for a week or so, and I'm not streaming really much anymore. And I've been taking a little bit a step back from the Discord as well. So all I have to focus on is wake up in the morning, 5 a.m., look to see if there's one trade. If there's one trade, I'm going to take that one trade. If not, going back to bed because I don't want to be up early and worrying about work and whatnot. So that's kind of how I dealt with that there once I realized how we're going to actually notice it. The next thing to know is, how are you going to actually manage your trading so that you can still trade? Because what I just said is I'm actually still trading. And the important thing that I want to make sure that you guys understand is, if you have a very systematic method of trading, so something that actually requires no thought on your end, no guesswork, no going based off feel. It's very robotic. And this is why I developed a system for myself that is very robotic, because I still know that I can trade even in these negative mindsets. And that way I can just look at the charts in the morning. I can say, okay, is the pattern present? If it is, I'm going to take the trade and then go to bed. If not, I'm going to skip the trade and go to bed, right? It's just very, very simple, and I can just follow the rules blindly, something like that. A lot of traders, they kind of go based off of feel or various different strategies. So they might have a bunch of different methods that they're playing around with, and they're trying to combine different things, or they're using different indicators, and the indicators contradict each other. This is when you are going to make those errors, and you're going to actually suffer in your trading when you are in a negative mindset. So we all know that living life is going to cause negative and positive mindsets, and the important thing is to be able to actually work in those negative mindsets. This is why it's so incredibly important to develop a system that you can trade while you are in a negative mindset, because we don't want to think as traders. It is our actual downfall if we are thinking. We want to create a very strict system that we can follow blindly, essentially. Right, so that being said, how long do we take off? It could be as simple as one day. If you just needed to focus on something so simple like this, or you had a very busy day or something like that, you can take that one day off. That's not going to matter. That's something so easy. But if you had something bigger, like a death in the family or something like this, I would really recommend that you take off at least a week from trading entirely, unless you have this blind system that you can follow, or you've created something like that where you don't have to actually think. Then it actually does kind of help to still look at the charts in the morning to keep your mind off of whatever's going wrong. That's kind of my suggestion there. But you don't want to be trading if you actually have to think. I have to stress this so much, guys. If you are thinking about if you should enter a trade or not, that's kind of your sign. Like if you have to think, okay, I'm not sure if I should enter or not, then that means that you're not trading with a very systematic way, because if you're trading with a very robotic way, all you see is you say, that is the entry requirements, I will enter. So you're never thinking at all. So the next question quickly is, how do you know when you're ready to go back to it? It simply can be, you just give it a small amount of time, guys. You're never going to feel exactly ready to go back, because one thing I've noticed is once I stop doing something, it's very hard to start doing that thing again. Something with habit forming is once you stop doing a habit, it's very difficult not to do that habit again each and every day. Like if you've just stopped going to the gym for a week, it's very easy to just do one more day not going to the gym. But the second that you kind of feel like that thing isn't on your mind as much, and it's starting to diminish, that's the second that you want to jump right back into it. And it's kind of hard to say exactly when that time is going to be, but that's just all the really suggestion I can say, because we really need to create a habit when it comes to trading. For me, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. And what I've been doing is I have to wake up at 5 a.m. I look at the trade, and if it's not there, I go back to bed, and that's fine. But I'm still waking up at 5 a.m. because I don't want to lose that habit, because it was very difficult for me initially to start that 5 a.m. habit. So the things that are very important to keep as habits, I would suggest keeping those the entire time, such as looking at the charts every single day, whether or not you're trading. That's something that's going to be maybe something difficult to jump back into it if you do have a full-time job or something like this. Just like I would continue to go to the gym every single day, even if I'm not really working out very hard. That way I'm still in the habit of going to the gym once I'm ready to actually work out once again. Then we can fucking grind it hard again once we're ready. All right, guys, that's all the advice I have for you. Just something that was kind of going on in my mind here lately. I did want to pump out a video here for you guys, and I'm apologizing for the late posts with the flip challenge there. It will be up next week, and we will get back to regular streaming. We will get everything back to normal. I'm sure of it, and things will work absolutely perfectly once again. That being said, my trading has not really suffered. We're about fine right now. I have a really good trade going right now. So if you guys want to follow along on my trades, you can jump into the Discord in the link in the description below. And if you want to join a most woke trading community, there's also a link for that. Follow my Instagram as well. See you guys next time.